Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we have an urgent moon warning that you absolutely need to hear. The fourth week of March 2025 is bringing a major lunar energy shift that could affect your emotions, sleep, and even the natural world around us. If you've been feeling restless, having strange dreams, or noticing unusual patterns, you're not alone. Stick with me as we break down everything you need to know about this powerful cosmic event and how to prepare for what's coming next. As we approach the final week of March 2025, there are significant lunar events that require attention. This period is marked by celestial movements that could have a profound impact on various aspects of life. The moon entering its critical phases may bring about unexpected shifts in energy, emotions, and even natural occurrences. Whether you follow astrology, believe in lunar influences, or simply wish to stay informed, it is essential to understand the potential effects of the moon's position during this time. The week begins with the moon moving into an intense and unpredictable phase. This transition could bring heightened emotions, unusual sleep patterns, and increased sensitivity in both personal and professional relationships. Many individuals may feel a sense of restlessness or unease without fully understanding why. It is recommended to remain mindful of emotional reactions and avoid unnecessary conflicts, as misunderstandings could arise more easily during this period. Midweek, the lunar activity intensifies with a rare alignment that could disrupt energy balances. This alignment may result in disturbances in weather patterns, potential tidal shifts, and even fluctuations in electronic communications. Those who are particularly sensitive to lunar changes might experience migraines, fatigue, or sudden mood swings. It is advisable to stay hydrated, rest when necessary, and avoid stressful situations to maintain inner harmony. As the week progresses, the moon's gravitational influence could contribute to heightened seismic activity in certain regions. While not every location will be affected, areas prone to earthquakes or volcanic activity should remain alert. Scientists and astrologers alike have been monitoring this phase closely, noting that the combination of lunar positioning and terrestrial conditions could lead to notable changes in the Earth's crust. Keeping an eye on official reports and staying prepared for any unexpected natural occurrences would be wise. Toward the weekend, the full moon's approach brings another wave of powerful energy. This particular full moon is expected to amplify emotions, leading to intense dreams, vivid subconscious experiences, and a surge in creative expression. While this can be a beneficial time for artists, writers, and visionaries, it can also lead to heightened anxiety and irrational fears for others. Practicing grounding techniques such as meditation, deep breathing, and spending time in nature may help in balancing these strong energies. Additionally, those who engage in spiritual or esoteric practices should be aware that this week's lunar activity could enhance intuition and psychic sensitivity. Some may experience prophetic dreams, sudden insights, or an increased connection to their inner selves. However, it is important to distinguish between genuine intuition and overactive imagination, as the moon's influence can sometimes blur the lines between reality and illusion. As we move past this intense week and into the next month, the lunar energies will begin to stabilize, allowing for a return to normalcy. Until then, maintaining awareness, practicing self-care, and being prepared for any unexpected changes will be key in navigating this powerful cosmic shift. Whether or not one believes in the moon's influence, history has shown that celestial movements can coincide with significant events on Earth. Staying informed and mindful will help in making the most of this intriguing and potentially transformative period. As the fourth week of March 2025 draws to a close, the moon's energy will reach its peak, creating a powerful shift in both the physical and emotional realms. The final days of this lunar phase will be particularly intense, as the moon's gravitational pull influences tides, weather patterns, and human behavior. Those who are sensitive to lunar cycles may find themselves feeling more fatigued or emotionally drained, while others could experience bursts of energy and heightened creativity. This contrast in experiences is a direct result of the moon's fluctuating energy, which affects individuals differently based on their unique vibrations and personal alignments. Notice a disruption in their sleep patterns, with vivid dreams, restless thoughts, and even a sense of urgency that seems to arise without explanation. It is recommended to keep a journal nearby to document any unusual dreams or insights, as they may hold significant meaning. The subconscious mind is particularly active under this lunar influence, revealing hidden fears, desires, and unresolved emotions that may demand attention. Rather than resisting these revelations, it is beneficial to embrace them as opportunities for growth and self-discovery. In the natural world, animals may begin to behave strangely, responding instinctively to the moon's gravitational changes. Pets may become more restless or anxious, while wildlife might exhibit unusual patterns of movement and activity. Farmers and those who work closely with nature might observe shifts in plant growth, water levels, and even migratory patterns. These occurrences serve as a reminder that the moon's influence extends far beyond human emotions, playing a critical role in the balance of Earth's ecosystems. As the full moon reaches its brightest point, some may experience a moment of deep clarity or realization. This is a time when truths that were once hidden may come to the surface, offering new perspectives and opportunities for transformation. Those engaged in personal or spiritual development should take advantage of this period to reflect, meditate, and set clear intentions for the month ahead. The energy of this lunar phase can act as a catalyst for change, pushing individuals toward necessary decisions or shifts that they may have been avoiding. However, it is also a time to practice caution, as heightened emotions can lead to impulsive actions or misunderstandings. Engaging in conflicts, making major decisions based solely on emotion, or acting out of frustration could result in regrets later on. Instead, focusing on balance, patience, and thoughtful communication will be essential in navigating the intensity of this lunar cycle. As the moon begins its descent into the waning phase, the energy will slowly start to settle, bringing a sense of relief and stability. Those who have felt overwhelmed by the intensity of the full moon will gradually find their emotions calming, their sleep improving, and their thoughts becoming clearer. This transition marks a period of integration where the lessons and experiences of the past week can be processed and understood more fully. As the final hours of this lunar phase approach, the energy begins to shift once more, signaling the transition from heightened intensity to a more reflective and restorative state. The moon, having reached its peak illumination, now begins to wane, gradually releasing the cosmic pressure that has built up throughout the fourth week of March 2025. This phase is a crucial time for release, healing, and integration, allowing individuals to process the emotions, insights, and transformations that have unfolded under the full moon's influence. Many may find themselves experiencing a sense of emotional exhaustion as the intensity of the past days settles. This is a natural response to the heightened lunar activity as the body, mind, and spirit work to recalibrate after such a powerful energetic shift. It is essential during this time to practice self-care, ensuring that rest, hydration, and nourishment remain a priority. Those who have felt particularly overwhelmed may benefit from grounding activities such as meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in nature to help restore balance. As the moon wanes, its influence on the tides and the Earth's magnetic field also begins to shift. Those living near bodies of water may notice a distinct stillness in the waves as the gravitational pull lessens. This symbolic retreat mirrors the human experience during this phase, encouraging introspection and the quiet release of what no longer serves. This is an opportune moment to let go of lingering negativity, unresolved conflicts, and self-doubt, making space for renewal in the days to come. In the realm of dreams and subconscious activity, this period often brings closure to themes that have surfaced throughout the week. Dreams may begin to take on a more peaceful or symbolic nature, offering closure to unresolved emotions or presenting guidance for the path ahead. Those who have been keeping a dream journal may notice patterns emerging, revealing messages that were previously obscured by the heightened energy of the full moon. Paying attention to these insights can offer valuable clarity and direction. Socially and emotionally, the waning moon's energy encourages a slower, more reflective pace. Interactions may feel softer, more understanding, and less reactive than they did in the days leading up to the full moon. This is an excellent time for deep conversations, reconciliation, and meaningful connections, as the heightened emotions of the peak phase begin to dissolve. Those who have experienced tension in relationships may find this period conducive to healing and mutual understanding. This time is often associated with purification and release. Many ancient traditions recognize the waning moon as a period for cleansing rituals, detoxification, and spiritual realignment. Whether through meditation, energy clearing, or symbolic acts of release such as writing down fears and burning them, engaging in such practices can help align with the natural rhythm of the moon's cycle. This is also a beneficial time to clear physical spaces, declutter, and remove stagnant energy from the home and workplace. As the final days of March transition into April, the energy will continue to soften, paving the way for new beginnings. The lessons of this intense lunar cycle will integrate into daily life, offering a fresh perspective and a renewed sense of purpose. The challenges faced under the full moon's influence will reveal their deeper meaning, highlighting areas of growth, resilience, and transformation. As the final remnants of the moon's powerful influence fade, a sense of quiet reflection settles in, marking the transition from the high-energy peaks of the full moon to the gentle descent of the waning phase. The atmosphere, once charged with intensity, begins to soften, allowing for moments of stillness and contemplation. This shift encourages a deeper understanding of the experiences, emotions, and revelations that have unfolded throughout the fourth week of March 2025. With the moon's pull gradually weakening, the body and mind may begin to feel lighter, as if shedding an invisible weight that had been pressing down in previous days. Many will notice a newfound clarity, as the heightened emotional responses and restless thoughts from earlier in the week give way to a calmer, more centered state of being. This period offers an opportunity to integrate the lessons learned, weaving them into the fabric of everyday life with greater wisdom and awareness. Physically, this is a time for renewal. The body, having been pushed to its limits by the intensity of lunar energy, now requires deep rest and nourishment. The immune system, often influenced by the moon's cycles, may be more susceptible to fatigue during this period, making it essential to prioritize sleep, hydration, and gentle movement. Herbal teas, grounding foods, and mindful breathing exercises can assist in restoring vitality and balance. Emotionally, the waning moon phase acts as a natural detox, helping to clear lingering frustrations, anxieties, and emotional turbulence. Those who have struggled with unresolved conflicts or internal battles may find it easier to let go, making space for forgiveness and emotional clarity. Journaling, self-reflection, or speaking with trusted confidants can be valuable tools in processing and releasing any remaining emotional weight. The world around us also reflects this transition. The natural environment begins to settle as if taking a deep breath after the storm of lunar activity. Animals that had exhibited heightened sensitivity may return to their normal rhythms, and even the air itself may seem stiller, more peaceful. The moon's influence on tides, atmospheric pressure, and even plant growth shifts toward a state of rest and regeneration, mirroring the internal experience of those who attune themselves to its cycles. Socially, interactions may feel more harmonious and introspective. The urgency and heightened emotions of the full moon's peak subside, allowing for more thoughtful and meaningful connections. Conversations that may have felt overwhelming or strained in previous days now have the potential for deeper understanding and resolution. It is a time to mend relationships, extend kindness, and embrace the softer side of human connection. Spiritually, this is a sacred period for release and preparation. Many traditions recognize the waning moon as an ideal time for letting go of old patterns, closing unfinished chapters, and making peace with the past. Practices such as meditation, energy clearing, and symbolic acts of release, such as burning written intentions or taking cleansing baths, can assist in aligning with this natural cycle of renewal. As the last days of March give way to April, the energy continues its slow descent, preparing for the arrival of the new moon in the weeks to come. This shift represents a cosmic invitation to rest, reset, and realign with one's true path. The journey through the lunar cycle is a reminder of life's natural ebb and flow, of intensity followed by release, of endings leading to new beginnings. As the final hours of March slip away and the waning moon casts its dimming glow upon the earth, the energy of the cosmos shifts toward deep introspection and preparation for renewal. The once intense pull of lunar influence fades into a softer, quieter presence, guiding all who are attuned to its cycles toward a necessary period of rest. The turbulence of the past week begins to settle, leaving behind the echoes of revelations, transformations, and emotional release. Now is the time to take stock of what has been learned, what has been shed, and what must still be acknowledged before the cycle begins anew. In this liminal space between one lunar phase and the next, the atmosphere carries a peculiar stillness, as if the universe itself is pausing to exhale. The air may feel lighter, the mind clearer, and the emotions more stable. Those who have felt restless or overwhelmed by the full moon's intensity will now find themselves easing into a state of acceptance, no longer resisting the changes that have taken place. This is the moon's final gift before its retreat into darkness, a moment of clarity before the cycle resets. Physically, the body begins to realign. The exhaustion brought on by heightened emotions and disrupted sleep cycles starts to dissipate, replaced by a gentle return to normal rhythms. Appetite, energy levels, and overall well-being may feel more balanced than they have in days. It is during this time that the body's natural healing processes are at their strongest, making it beneficial to focus on restorative practices such as deep rest, hydration, and nourishing foods. Herbal remedies, grounding exercises, and moments of solitude can further support this process of renewal. Emotionally, the lessons of the past week now become clearer. What once seemed chaotic now appears as necessary growth, and the conflicts that may have arisen during the full moon's peak reveal their deeper purpose. Relationships that face tension may now find room for healing, as the heightened emotions that clouded judgment begin to fade. This is an ideal time to extend forgiveness, both to others and to oneself, and to make peace with whatever struggles arose under the moon's intense gaze. Spiritually, this period is often seen as a time of surrender. Just as the moon prepares to disappear from sight in the coming days, so too must we release any lingering doubts, fears, or burdens that no longer serve our highest good. Practices of cleansing and purification, whether through meditation, smudging, or simply spending time in nature, can aid in this process of letting go. This is a moment to reflect, to trust in the wisdom of the universe, and to prepare for the blank slate that the coming new moon will bring. As March gives way to April, the moon's retreat signals the final stage of this transformative journey. The closing of one lunar cycle always brings with it the promise of a new beginning. In just a few short days, the darkness of the new moon will offer a fresh start, a time to set new intentions, to dream new dreams, and to step forward with a renewed sense of purpose. For now, however, the focus remains on integration and rest. The universe invites all who have weathered this intense lunar period to pause, to breathe, and to honor the journey they have just completed. In this stillness, there is wisdom. In this release, there is power. And in the quiet embrace of the waning moon, there is the promise of renewal, waiting just beyond the horizon. As the final shadows of March stretch into April, the moon's presence grows fainter, slipping deeper into its waning phase. Its light, once radiant and commanding, now softens into a quiet retreat, signaling the completion of one cycle and the imminent birth of another. The universe, ever attuned to the rhythm of celestial movements, mirrors this transition in ways both subtle and profound. The air hums with a sense of closure, yet beneath the surface, the stirrings of renewal begin to take root. This liminal phase, the final days before the new moon, serves as a cosmic exhale, a moment of surrender before the dawn of fresh possibilities. It is a time for release, for emptying oneself of the weight carried through the previous lunar cycle. The emotions that once ran high now settle into stillness, much like a tide withdrawing from the shore, leaving behind only the essentials: clarity, acceptance, and readiness for what lies ahead. Physically, many will feel the effects of this transition in their energy levels. The exhaustion that accompanied the full moon's peak may have given way to a quieter, more contemplative state, yet a sense of inner depletion may linger. This is the body's way of signaling the need for rest and renewal. Deep sleep, nourishing foods, and moments of solitude will serve as the necessary ingredients to restore balance before the new moon's arrival. Gentle movement, such as stretching, walking in nature, or mindful breathing, can further support the body's return to harmony. Emotionally, this is a time of surrender. The conflicts, realizations, and transformations that surfaced in the past week have now run their course, leaving space for acceptance. The moon's waning energy invites introspection, encouraging a final review of what must be left behind before stepping into the next phase. Regrets, fears, and burdens can now be consciously released, making way for renewal. Writing, meditation, or even simple acts of decluttering one's surroundings can be powerful ways to mark this transition. Socially, interactions may take on a softer, more reflective tone. The urgency that often accompanies heightened lunar phases fades, making space for gentler connections. Conversations may lean toward introspection, with a natural inclination toward meaningful discussions and quiet understanding. This is an ideal time to express gratitude, to close any unresolved matters with compassion, and to embrace the wisdom gained through the challenges of the past cycle. Spiritually, these final days before the new moon hold a sacred stillness, a void filled with possibility. In many traditions, this phase is considered a powerful time for purification, for shedding old energies in preparation for new intentions. Rituals of cleansing, whether through water, fire, or meditation, can aid in this process. A simple act of lighting a candle, speaking affirmations, or sitting in silence beneath a darkening sky can serve as a profound acknowledgement of the transition at hand. As April begins, the anticipation of the new moon's arrival grows stronger. The darkness that once signified endings now becomes a canvas for new beginnings. In just a few days, the first sliver of light will reappear, carrying with it the promise of renewal, fresh perspectives, and untapped potential. For now, the focus remains on honoring the cycle that is closing. The wisdom of the waning moon reminds us that endings are not to be feared but embraced, for they pave the way for the new. The stillness of this moment is a gift, a chance to pause, to breathe, and to trust in the endless rhythm of the universe. Wow, this moon cycle is truly something to pay attention to. Whether you're feeling the effects emotionally, physically, or even noticing changes in your environment, now is the time to stay aware and prepared. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Share this video with friends and family so they can stay informed too. Let me know in the comments, have you been experiencing any strange moon-related effects? See you in the next video, and until then, stay aligned with the cosmos.